Sigma INFJ intimidating personality to narcissists. Number one, the elusive presence. Sigma INFJ are known for their mysterious and quiet confidence. Unlike extroverts or overtly dominant personalities, they don't seek validation, which unsettles narcissists who rely on others' reactions to feel powerful. The Sigma INFJ thrives on independence. They don't conform to societal expectations or peer pressure, which renders narcissists powerless to manipulate them through social tactics or herd mentality. Sigma INFJ have extraordinary emotional intelligence. They sense manipulation and emotional dishonesty from a mile away. This makes it extremely hard for narcissists to play their usual games. INFJ Sigmas are keen observers. They often step back in social settings, silently analyzing people. Narcissists feel exposed and vulnerable when they sense someone is seeing behind their mask. Narcissists thrive on validation, status, and admiration. INFJ Sigmas, by contrast, are self-validating. Their refusal to feed the narcissist's ego is taken as a form of silent rebellion. Sigma INFJ aren't concerned with being liked. They're concerned with being authentic. Narcissists hate this because they can't control the INFJ with the promise of inclusion, admiration, or popularity. The INFJ's dominant function, that is introverted intuition, lets them grasp long-term motives and hidden agendas. Narcissists find this psychic-like ability unnerving, especially when their intentions are exposed without a word being said. Narcissists often provoke emotional chaos to destabilize their targets. INFJ Sigmas don't take the bait. Their calm response frustrates the narcissist, who craves dramatic reactions. Sigmas project quiet confidence. They don't posture, brag, or dominate conversations. Yet their presence is commanding. Narcissists feel their own artificial charm pale in comparison. INFJ Sigmas avoid unnecessary conflict and mind games. Narcissists who feed on drama become bored or act when their usual chaos tactics yield no results. The INFJ's reflective nature can act like a mirror, subtly revealing the narcissist's true self. Narcissists often feel seen in ways they don't like and can't control. Sigmas speak their truth without aggression, often unsettling narcissists who rely on double speak and illusion. The INFJ raw honesty cuts through manipulation like a blade. Narcissists often use charm and praise to hook their targets, but Sigma INFJ are suspicious of superficial flattery, making them immune to such bait. An INFJ Sigma sets clear internal boundaries without drama. They enforce them without guilt. Narcissists hate this because it shuts down control and access. Where others might react emotionally to insults or praise, the Sigma INFJ remains centered. This lack of reactivity deprives narcissists of the emotional supply they crave. Without uttering a word, INFJ Sigmas can command a room with their vibe. Narcissists are often jealous and threatened by this effortless influence. Narcissists crave attention, power, and control. The Sigma INFJ walks away from all of it. Their refusal to play status games confuses and enrages narcissists. INFJ Sigmas hold deep ethical convictions. They can't be persuaded to compromise their values, no matter the incentive. Narcissists find this maddening. You can't guess a Sigma INFJ's next move. They don't fit into categories, and narcissists who depend on predictability for control find this infuriating. They don't overshare, overspeak, or dominate. Narcissists who crave attention feel small next to someone so self-contained and precise. In confrontation, INFJ Sigmas can wield silence as a weapon. Narcissists want attention and energy. The INFJ's refusal to engage deeply wounds them. Sigma INFJs don't seek emotional caretakers. They take care of themselves. This threatens narcissists who manipulate through emotional dependency. Perhaps the most intimidating trait, the Sigma INFJ will walk away without warning, without a scene. No pleading, no closure. This is very narcissist's nightmare. This is what every narcissist fears. It is every narcissist's worst nightmare. So Sigma INFJ defies stereotypes. Their complexity makes it impossible for narcissists to pigeonhole, label, or exploit them. While empathetic, Sigma INFJ are not gullible. They sense pain, but also deception. Narcissists often mistake their kindness for weakness, then realize too late its strength. Their minds are worlds unto themselves. Narcissists who live externally are often disturbed by someone who doesn't need the outer world to feel whole. Sigma INFJ know their shadow. They face their flaws. Narcissists who avoid inner work feel exposed and insecure in their presence. The Sigma INFJ chooses relationships carefully. Narcissists hate this selective attention because they can't stand being excluded or ignored. They refuse to enter dominance hierarchies or games of superiority. This neutral stance is a power move in itself, and narcissists can't figure out how to win. Even at a young age, INFJ Sigmas often seem old souls. Narcissists may initially mock this depth, only to be humbled by its quiet force. They hold themselves and others to high moral and intellectual standards. Narcissists often find themselves subtly called out without a word of accusation. When an INFJ speaks up, it's usually powerful, precise, and deeply unsettling. Narcissists rarely recover from such unexpected clarity. Some narcissists try to worship their targets to gain control. INFJ Sigmas reject both criticism and worship, denying the narcissist any leverage. Sigma INFJs can vanish from toxic dynamics without a trace. Their ghosting is intentional, surgical, and done without malice. Just a boundary. In a world of noise, INFJ Sigmas lead quietly by example. Narcissists who dominate through spectacle find themselves completely outmatched by this kind of quiet strength. In short, Sigma INFJ intimidating personality to narcissists is all about their elusive presence, the unshakable independence, the emotional depth, in that Sigma INFJs have extraordinary emotional intelligence, and they sense manipulation and emotional dishonesty from a mile away. And this makes it extremely hard for narcissists to play their mind games on the Sigma INFJ. And then the Sigma INFJ have detached observation traits. They are very keen observers. They step back in social settings and silently analyze people. They have this low need for external approval, and the Sigma INFJ are not concerned with being liked. They are concerned with being authentic. And narcissists hate this because they can't control the INFJ with the promise of inclusion, admiration, or popularity. And the INFJ have laser sharp intuition, and they are also calm under pressure, and they have this authentic confidence. They are disinterested in drama, and they are a mirror to the narcissist. They have this fearless authenticity, and they are resistant to flattery, and they have these deep personal boundaries. They are non-reactive, and they have this unspoken authority. They are disinterested in status, and again, they are unpredictable. They use very few words. They don't overshare, overspeak, or dominate, and they are defiant. They have this defiant silence. In confrontation, INFJ Sigma can wield silence as a weapon. And narcissists want attention and energy. The INFJ's refusal to engage deeply wounds them. And they're emotionally independent. They have this ability to walk away, and they defy stereotypes. So they are strong in their self-awareness, and they have selective socializing, in that they choose relationships carefully. And narcissists set this selective attention because they can't stand being excluded or ignored. And they hold themselves and others to high moral and intellectual standards. And they are fearless in truth-telling. When an INFJ speaks up, it's usually powerful, precise, and deeply unsettling. And some narcissists try to worship their targets to gain control. INFJ Sigmas reject both criticism and worship. Sigma INFJ can vanish from toxic dynamics without a trace. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you learned a thing or two. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel.